Hey, what's going on, fellas? This is Finch from Flipside Tactics, and today is the start of a new journey, and that journey is into Heroes of the Storm, the new Blizzard MOBA coming out soon enough. It's right now. It is an alpha. I've been playing the alpha a whole bunch the last probably the last 2-3 weeks, and I've been really enjoying this game much more than I suspected. If you don't like the word MOBA, it's a battle arena type game. So think of kind of like a Super Smash Brothers, just heroes brawling. You're having fun and you're playing with a lot of heroes that, if you know, are familiar with Blizzard games, they're very iconic, they're very memorable. So people like Tassadar. If you played StarCraft, you know who Tassadar is. People like, Kerrigan, you know who Kerrigan is. These heroes who are really fun in those games, now you get to play as them and you can battle against each other and all that kind of good stuff. So with this video, I just want to give you guys a basic rundown on kind of the current interface of Heroes of the Storm. This is the kind of the login splash screen, and all this stuff is probably going to change because this is alpha. We still have to go through beta, and then we still have to go through release. So everything here is not set in stone. So I will talk about the shop, kind of go over the basics of the shop and some of the maps that we have so far. And the goal is just to kind of give you an introduction, and then from here on out I'm going to be doing different hero videos, kind of spotlights on videos and different builds for them and gameplay and all that kind of fun good stuff. But if you don't know who the heroes are or how you get into the games and the maps, then those videos don't mean anything. So we're going to start with the basics. So the basic right away, you can see it's a nice little level up system. You start at level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10. This is kind of their tutorial. So this is the training wheels that kind of get you introduced to the game. And it's actually really nice and helpful. At first I was kind of sad, I guess, that it was kind of slow, because you have to play the tutorial and then you have to play the cooperative mode and then you get to play versus. So it takes you like a solid 30 minutes before you can actually play with people. But at the same time, it gets you really used to the game and the gameplay systems and the way things work and kind of the talent, skills, and all that kind of stuff, and the maps. It's really useful. So let's talk about the quests and kind of the currency model of the game right now. So there's two things. There's going to be gold, there's going to be experience, and I guess the third thing would just be real money. But for gold experience, whenever you level up, you're going to get gold. Gold lets you buy heroes and skins and mounts and all that kind of fun good stuff. So you see here, this is the hero quest. These are a good way to earn experience. You just play games as the hero. So someone like Nova, you play 4 games as Nova, you get the next reward. So the first reward was 75,000. Next reward 150,000. And the more games you play as her, these things are going to go up, and you're going to get more experience. More experience leads to more gold. More gold leads to more heroes. And so it's a nice little kind of ramp up approach to the game, where you're going to be always getting something, even when you lose. You're going to be feeling like you're progressing towards something. I really like that, because it just says, like Tassadar, play 10 games as Tassadar. I really enjoy Tassadar. He's probably my favorite hero at the current point. Probably him or TYRANDE, or TYRANDE, however you want to say it. They're probably my 2 favorites right now. But you just play 10 games as Tassadar. So that would get me a hero skin tint, which is just like a color variation on the skin. But it's nice because you don't have to worry about winning. You just play, you get to have a good time. It's a little bit more laid back. It's nice. The other way to earn gold and experience is through daily quests. I don't have any up here right now, but they're pretty simple daily quests. If you're familiar with Hearthstone, they're very similar to that. I think the one I had this morning was play 1 game as a hero from Warcraft, and that was it. So they're very easy to get you gold. So far they've been different each day, so they seem pretty varied in the sense of it just gives you kind of an objective to complete. You're not just diving in, just grinding games. It gives you something to kind of, a reason to log in every day, do a quest, play a hero you haven't played before, things like that. So that's how you earn gold and experience. The next thing is going to be the shop. Shop is, like I said earlier, it's going to change. So a lot of these things are not set in stone. This is just the current alpha. I'll put a date on all these videos. It's because the heroes are changing, their skills are changing, balance is changing. So keep that in mind. But currently the shop is the kind of the traditional freemium free-to-play model from League of Legends, Infinite Crisis, games like that. It's not the Dota model where you get all the heroes and you buy cosmetics. It's the model where heroes are behind a paywall and a gate. The one nice thing is you can purchase all the heroes with in-game currency if you're willing to save it up, spend the time, and the prices. I don't know. I flip back and forth. Some people say they're too high. I personally think they're just right now. I think if anything, the money that you spend, like the real cash money, should be lowered a bit. But as far as the gold prices go, they're pretty, pretty fair, just because you are getting the hero rotations each week. You're getting, I think, 5 or 6 heroes a week, where they're going to rotate in and out. I think at this point I've only purchased one hero, and that was TYRAEL, and I just saved up enough gold, purchased him. I'm already up to 5,000 again, so I don't know. It depends on where you fall on this, but as far as the heroes go, so someone like Nova, she's gonna be 10,000 gold, or $10. So if you come in guns blazing, you go, you know what? I'm gonna buy all the heroes. I'm gonna spend all my cash money to buy all the heroes. You're gonna spend a shitload of money. Think about that. $10 a hero. Even someone like Diablo, so he's half the gold price. So Nova 10,000 gold, Diablo 5,000 gold. Diablo still costs $7.50. That's, I mean, if you're buying just Diablo, that's fine. But if you're going to be buying everybody, you're going to be spending a whole lot of money. So they kind of get around this by giving you these bundles. So you have the starter bundle, Warcraft bundle, Starcraft bundle, Diablo bundle, and these just have heroes and skins. So you see the starter bundle here, you get kind of a good amount of heroes. Weirdly enough, no Diablo heroes. You get some skins and a mount. And you see they give you a discount. So like if you want to buy just 6 heroes, 3 skins, and a mount, it's $96. That's a lot of money. It's hard to justify spending that much money in a game that's it's an alpha. So luckily they're giving you the discounts, which is nice. So on top of the heroes, I guess we'll finish talking about the heroes. You can see so far we only have about 30 heroes in the game. They're continuously adding more. We already have our favorites from Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo. So Kerrigan, Nova, Illidan, TYRAEL, all these guys that you've seen before. You've probably played their games. You enjoyed playing them. They're fun. Abathur, very iconic guy from StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm. One kind of funny thing is you got something like Uther, who has a history in the Warcraft universe. It's him and Malfurion. These guys where you know a lot about them. You're familiar with their stories. You're passionate about them. Like, I'm a big fan of TYRAEL. I'm a big fan of TYRANDE. I always say her name wrong. But, these heroes are heroes that I've played their games. I really enjoy their story. I think they're super cool. I was all excited to play them when I get in. Even like Abathur, like, yeah, that guy's great. Like, I want to play him. But then you have people like Brightwing, who's like, just like, hey, we need a fairy dragon type hero because we had one in Dota, I guess, and Puck is a fairy dragon, so let's make it Brightwing. I don't know. This is kind of, it's not iconic. I understand they're gonna have to branch out here sooner or later, but it's just kind of funny having like TYRAEL and then Sergeant Hammer. Sergeant Hammer is just a siege tank. So, Protoss Legend Tassadar, siege tank. You're going to kind of vary from that, and it's obviously going to change over time. There's a lot of really big names that are still not in this game. I think the last page, just has Lily. So yeah, those are the heroes. Price-wise, depends on what you're willing to sink in. I think right now I'm going to try to see how much I can get just by playing the game and getting gold. Just because I like kind of testing that system. I don't want to come in and drop $100 to get 5 to 10 heroes, whatever it may be. So skins. Skins are kind of another thing that are kind of wonky. They are all over the place. If you are used to the Dota approach, where it is, we're not changing the hero's base model, color, anything like that. This is not like that at all. There's some heroes that have pretty cool skins, something like TYRAEL. So you have the demonic TYRAEL, which actually looks pretty cool. Still looks like TYRAEL, it's just kind of a different color scheme. And $12, just a little expensive. But then you got stuff like, what if Diablo was a Murloc? Like, okay. Or what if make Diablo green? Or Barney Diablo? Like, it gets a little wacky really quick, and so it depends on where you fall on that approach. Right now, so far, I'm kind of on the fence of the game is just fun. They strip out a lot of the things that require you to kind of dive in for Dota, things like last hitting, things like individual experience, team compositions. They strip all that stuff out, so it's kind of just a brawler fun game. And so I kind of see why they're going to do these kind of quirky, funny skins, because at the end of the day, like, the people who are playing this game are people who are playing it because they enjoy Blizzard games and they're just having fun. The esports scene and things like that, who knows what will happen. But yeah, you have like Chef Stitches. Like, alright, he has a mustache and he's holding a frying pan. So it depends on what you're into. Some people like it, some people hate it. It's kind of weird. People fall on the camp of just despising it, and there's their least favorite thing ever. Some people don't care. So it just depends. Like Lumberjack Uther. Like, it's dumb. Roller Derby Nova, that's dumb too. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things, if you don't like it, don't buy it. I mean, if you run across it, you're just going to kill that person if they're against you. But then you have cool stuff like Blood Elf TYRANDE. I mean, I think this one's kind of cool. It sticks with the lore. It's, it changes her model and her look, but she still, has the bow and that kind of stuff. So depends on where you fall. The last thing is going to be the mounts. You have just the standard horse, warhorse. You have the unicorn if you're into that sort of thing. It's the same thing. If you think this is funny and cute, then you'll spend $20 on it. If you don't think it's funny and cute, then you won't, and you'll use something like the Cyberwolf because, I don't know, I think this one's cool. It just depends on where you fall in that approach. And the last thing we'll talk about today is the maps. Actually, you get game modes. You have practice, cooperative versus. So practice, you have allies, just AI everything. AI allies, AI opponents. Cooperative, 5 people against 5 computers, and then versus is 5 people versus 5 people. You kind of won't play these game modes anymore after you get into versus, just because there's no point. The quests don't proc anymore in the cooperative mode. They used to, but not anymore. So you're playing versus for those games. And so the maps. And this is the one thing that diversifies this game from Dota or from League of Legends, is the map pool, because each of these maps have individual objectives that are completely different from just a standard, here's 3 lanes, here's some, go kill their base kind of thing. It's all the same gist. So each map is going to have mercenaries, and obviously you'll see all these in the upcoming videos, but mercenaries are going to be kind of the neutral camps. You go there, you kill the mercenaries, and then you get mercenaries to fight for your team. That's true in all of these. They all have towers, they all have a base to kill, but they each have a little kind of different quirk that makes the game, give it some kind of more of an objective-based feel and less about just getting experience and killing people. It's more about securing objectives and kind of your movement and teamwork and positioning on the map. So the first one is Blackheart's Bay. This map, there's going to be some neutrals that spawn and some chests that spawn. You kill those, you get these gold coins. You turn the gold coins into Blackheart. He's standing in the middle of the map. Whatever team gives him a certain amount first, he fires his cannon at the enemy base. So it's a neat little mechanic of where you're trying to control the coins, but you're trying to turn them in. The enemy team can stop you when you're turning them in. So it's kind of a positional, control the space type of game. Next one is probably the Dragonshire. So this one is kind of the same thing. 2 control points you want to control. Actually, not the same thing. It's completely different. 2 control points, one on the top, one on the bottom. Dragon Knight in the middle. If your team can control the top point, the bottom point, and then a person on your team can go click on the Dragon Knight. They become the Dragon Knight. Gives you new abilities. You have a knockback, a big damage thing. You can kind of push their base and kill them. So far, my favorite one's the Haunted Mines. So the way this one works is it has 2 lanes. These I guess gold mine things appear. You go into the gold mines and you gather these skulls from killing minions in there. The more skulls you gather, the bigger your golem is at the end of when they're all gathered. And so it's this interesting kind of tug of war to where your team can all go in the mines and you're going to kill all these skeletons and you're going to get enough to make your golem really big, because the more skeletons you collect, the bigger your golem's going to be. But then it's like this weird thing where I played a game where the enemy team all went in the mines and we just pushed straight into their base and killed their base while they're down in the mines. And so it's like a kind of a tug of war type thing where if you can control both, that's great, but you kind of have to decide, do we go all in and make a really big golem and push with that, or do we kind of push their base now and take objectives and get experience? And so it's kind of the most fun map so far because it seems to have a big strategic element in it. And then the last one is the Cursed Hallow. You're going to be securing points in this one, and then it puts a curse on the enemy team, so it kind of I think it halves their health on their buildings and things like that. So you obviously really want to secure the objectives. This one's cool because they spawn in random bits of the map. Dragonshire, Haunted Mines, they're going to be in the same spot every time, like the points where you're trying to control. Cursed Hallow, they're going to be moving around a bit, and so you need to have good map awareness, make sure you're good positioning, all that kind of fun stuff. But that's about it. I guess the last thing would be the hero pick interface. If you click on Versus, it's not like the traditional game of League of Legends or Dota, things like that, where you're going to be queuing into a game and then you're picking the hero. The current approach is you pick your hero first, and then you click ready when you're ready to go. So like if I wanted to play Nova this game, I just click Nova and I click play. You don't have to worry about getting into a game and worrying okay, my team all picked carry, so I have to play support this game, even though I really wanted to play Faceless Void. If you want to play a hero, you just pick it. They build the team for you, and then you go. You have the nice stuff down here for skins, mounts, abilities, all that kind of fun stuff, and you can pick that as you wish. And that is about that for an introduction to Heroes of the Storm. I hope this video wasn't too long for you guys, and if you're interested in this game, I'm going to keep doing more content I'm gonna be doing more content surrounding this game. The next set of videos are probably going to be map focused or even hero focused, and those are kind of the next two big areas that we'll be hitting. And you know, over time, we're gonna go through all these heroes, talk about different builds and all that kind of fun stuff. And hopefully, you guys get into this beta here soon enough, or I guess alpha. Until then, you guys can follow me on Twitter at IndieFinch. That's IndieFinch. And until next time on Heroes of the Storm, I'll see you guys later. Take care.